Hi guys from Enzino One, and today I'm gonna talk about this SN Lite. There is two flight control of this type. There is this is the light version, and there is the Navi one. It's slightly bigger like this, and there is two split board basically, but look like the same as this one. They have a little bit more feature that one, but the functionality, let's say, is exactly the same as this one. OSD, everything you go through this one is the same that one. Probably that one is a bit better, of course, but it's not different from this one. It is a beautiful flight controller, lovely OSD. You don't need a computer to use this one. You use your OSD screen display through your Google, and you can set up everything inside from A to Z. It's completely a beautiful flight controller about that, there is no doubt. But I still have some struggle with this one. When I bought this one, it was 5.6. That's the update was inside. I had updated this one to 6.1. It's very easy to update. Just follow the instruction, and there is this, you can find easily the manual for this one. It tells you everything about this one. You can use PPM or S-Bus. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, there is no a lot of chance to buy any receiver, so I have a Redcon. This is a PPM. I have a S-Bus, but unfortunately it's a lock inside on my other plane I have in my room, the other side, on my office. I have plenty of a plane, but there is all S-Bus. I cannot remove that, so I had to use this one, because at the end this is still give me a 700 to 800 meter easy peasy. I put some satellite, so I'm gonna give an extra feature and safety. But what about you're gonna reach a bit more than 700 meter? What is gonna happen? So you're gonna rely on this one for fail-safe. The fail-safe is a bit different between PPM and S-Bus. S-Bus, the company reckon is automatically reckon disconnection. In PPM, you have to set up by yourself. That's the difference. I've been done many tests to the PPM, to this flight controller, and I was not happy at all actually, because none of them have been work for fail-safe. Only thing that is working is RTH, circle mode, all the mode inside work really hard. It's fantastic. The question is, when you go in fail-safe, this flight controller, it learn everything about your radio, so you don't need a computer. Just move your stick. It will ask you to move throttle up, throttle down, aileron left, aileron right, elevator, rudder. It learn the end of each stick. The good thing is it learn all the throw of a stick. For example, he asks you to throttle up all the way up and the throttle all the way down. So you learn the minimum and the maximum. Something I'm disappointed. It was able to learn minimum and maximum of the throttle. Why they didn't put a functionality to learn your throttle when you switch off your radio? So we go a lot below the minimum throttle. That's a big mistake they make this Chinese company. That's why this flight controller, it will not work with PPM. And my guess with S-Bus, it will be exactly the same. I don't believe it will work even if you as S-Bus, because at the end you expect probably this flight controller. I'm not really sure if you expect completely no pulses, and this one send a bit of a pulses, even minimum, but it send. But my belief is the wrong way around this flight controller to learn that. The good thing is you should have learned from minimum and maximum throttle, and then learn one more thing. When your radio is off, of course your throttle will go below the minimum. It will go pretty far. Especially me, I use Spectrum. It will go below that, but will still send a pulses, a minimum pulses. But if you go below the minimum, we definitely learn the fail-safe point. Something this flight controller missing. So the 6.1 I'm expecting in the future this Chinese company to put that feature because it's already there. You already learned the throw of each stick. So why didn't learn the fail-safe that way, switch off the radio, and learn the rest of the minimum throttle below the minimum? Would be that simple. It doesn't matter if you use PPM or S-Bus. So the big mistake I reckon is about this flight controller. Is the reason why I will put aside and wait in the future if they put one more update on the 6.1. So at the moment I'm gonna put aside and go for one of this one. It will save my deck. So why I did put this flight controller? Why I try to put this flight controller on this plane? So you've been see all the way this shape here, but you didn't understand why. So I'm gonna get a bit far and you're gonna see the plane. Basically because there is a coronavirus and it's at the 29th of April, nearly we go to the May, so postage is not coming. So I had to get my bottle of wine holder, the bottom one is pretty hard and very thick. So I managed to do a plane, and this comes from vegetable box, aspargo box, this one, this as well. This one comes from my 500 helicopter T-Rex. I usually have been using this one for put the camera far away from helicopter to give a better view in HD and give a nice, I no longer use it. So I chop it, I use for this plane because I use different things on my helicopter, my 500 3D T-Rex. So what I did, I'm making full wings, then cut it here and give a little bit angle, put a bit of a lollipop stick. I done 4 parts here, hot glue and stick, and then put some paper glue on the top to give a bit more hardness. The paper glue is a mix between 50% of a wooden glue and 50% of a water, normal water. Just painting on the top, paint on the paper, put on the top, let dry, then put sellotape, whatever you like. Me, unfortunately, I don't have any material available at the moment, so I use whatever I have. I will use a package tape on the top, is enough for me. Is to make sure the paper does absorb later on some moisture, is the reason why I put the sellotape and give a smooth finish. I'm not bothered to use anything on the top than that because it's more than enough. It's supposed to be cheap and that's my way. I've been flying this plane in my place, and there's a very short place. It's around 40 to 50 meters away. I've been testing a flight controller in RTH, but unfortunately fail safe, it didn't work. I didn't see motor turn on. I had to put my receiver in to turn on, but flight controller doesn't respond for fail safe. So it was only the motor. So doesn't matter. I will use that flight controller I showed you before. I have a PDP, I have everything to make it right. I've been sitting here with a stick paper on the top, double-sided paper, stick the 2200 and 3000 milliamps 3S battery. It fly very good, it manages very well the 3000 milliamps, and probably you can put even more for this. Part of, from side to side is 107 centimeter. And the top from here to over there is nearly 87 centimeter, nearly. And that's it. That's what I explained why I did use the flight controller. The bottom one is wood taken from a vegetable box as well. This from Lollipop. And nothing else. The motor being used is a Turnigy, but I'm gonna remove it. I use for the moment temporary. I'm being used this servo on the when I tested. I was not happy. I had to modify the back as well because I put only kind of a strong tape, but I decided to get more stronger. I put this plastic card, look like credit card, cut it, fake one of course. Then I scrap a little bit with sandpaper, glue, and I did remove carefully this one with a hot knife warm it up and remove this one, remove the glue. I'm gonna stick some more serious one, because that one a bit sketchy. I don't know why I was not happy. So this Tower Pro Metal Gear will do definitely the job. And later on I will move this one, of course, for the moment, because there is no delivery anywhere. You pointless to order, because it will come maybe in 3 months, 4 months. So I decided to build by myself. I use whatever I have available. This I took from the market. I have a near market close to me. Catch everything I could, and that's it. Believe me if I tell you, it fly wonderful. It's a very glidey with a little power. It glide fantastic. I couldn't expect even better than this one. Okay, I close the video here. Thumbs up if you like it, and I will review some other flight controller later on. At the moment, coronavirus is stopped the flight controller to come to my house. I have to wait when they're gonna deliver it, so we wait a bit more. Thumbs up for the video if you like it. See you for the next one from Encino One. Bye bye.